This is step 3, the final step to having pain-free intercourse. I'm Pauli, a women's health physical therapist, and this is Beyond the V Women's Health. I am on a mission to shed light on the lack of care, the lack of conversation about these uncomfortable topics, and to create resources for you and provide help. I created this channel because no mom or woman should have to struggle when there are answers. So now that we've taken care of the superficial tissues, pain with touch, having pain with penetration or insertion, now we can take a look into those deeper pelvic floor muscles. These are steps that you can take on your own, and if at any point you get lost or you need help, seek a pelvic floor PT. When we get to the deeper muscles, the ones closest to our rectum or our anal opening where we pass the stool, those muscles tend to be a little bit tricky. We only have deep pressure receptors the further back we go, which makes sense, right? Because when we have the urge to have a bowel movement, that area is gonna kind of get heavy. If we're having pain with intercourse or insertion of a tampon or a speculum, it makes it kind of tough to really determine, oh, am I still having pain back there? Am I really not? So this is the final step to take care of all of this, is to make sure that if you still are having pain with intercourse or insertion of any kind, is to address the muscles in the back. One of the resources or tools that I actually have my patients use is this particular wand. I love this one is because it's silicone, it's softer, and it's also the best priced one as well. So that's also a good bonus too. But this is the vaginal end, this is the anal end, and even though we're working on stretching the tissues vaginally, you can use the anal end because it's a little less intimidating than using this bigger end with the pointy side. So choose whatever's gonna be the most comfortable for you. Look up a view of the muscles, which if we're taking a look here, you can kind of see, if you were to enter this way, you kind of have to come back and around, and so it's really tough for you to get your finger or the tampon applicator to hook around, and that's where this tool or this internal wand comes into play. Take your hand and literally mimic how you would use that wand. And I want you to take that wand and I want you to practice so that you kind of know, okay, well, when I go to insert my wand, you can't just take it and insert it any which direction, because you have, if this is the opening, your bladder's on top and your rectum's in the back. Practice inserting and kind of watch your hand to see in which angles your hand has to move to be able to have that tip follow those muscles behind. If you're working on the right side, I would actually take it out, change hands or change positions, insert again, and then work along that left side. Don't just move it around like a crank. It's probably not gonna feel that great. If you're still having pain with intercourse after you've done the superficial touch and you've done the pain with insertion, or you're still having pain but maybe not quite sure where it's coming from, this would be a really great step. If this kind of makes you nervous, I really would go see a pelvic floor PT to help you identify those specific areas that might still be problematic. And the reason this comes into play is when we have penetration with our tampon or during intercourse, these muscles, there's muscles that sit back and around and they angle differently. And so they may not ever come into contact with the tampon or the penis. This is just taking all the guesswork out and really identifying those last muscles as they sit in the back if they're contributing to part of your pain. This was step 3 in helping you have pain-free intercourse. And if this is kind of intimidating to you and you're local to Utah or the surrounding area, please feel free to call me. I'd love to help. Or if you're not, I'll include a link below to help you find someone near you. I want to change the conversation on women's health, and I need your help. Like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when new videos are up, and share these with friends or other women that you know would benefit from this. I believe that it's possible for you to improve your health and that you're worthy of getting this help, because you're an heiress and a queen and everything in between.